What's up people, I'm Halls and this is Defeat the Enemy, and today we're doing a little first impressions video for Wolfenstein The New Order. The game is a first person shooter and the latest entry in the Wolfenstein franchise, which sees an American soldier facing down an alternate history version of the Nazi army, complete with robots and other futuristic gizmos. It's a reboot of the series and the first release from new developer Machine Games. The gameplay is pretty varied actually. It ranges from all-out mayhem with dual-wielded shotguns and assault rifles to sneaky play with silenced pistols and knife kills. The levels are fairly open. Well, they're not open, but there's sort of multiple routes that you can take around most of the levels. So either playstyle, all-out violence or stealth. Either playstyle seems viable in most areas of the game, at least early on. Although there was one melee-only section that seemed a hell of a lot longer than a gimmick section of a level really needs to be. So, unfortunately, I suspect there may be more sections like that later on, which I am not particularly looking forward to. The shooting is pretty satisfying. The enemy AI is really good, so they take cover intelligently and try and flank you, use grenades to flush you out and stuff like that. Although, like all games with a cover system, there are times you're just pointing your gun into thin air above an enemy's head, waiting for them to poke their head out from behind cover into the path of your bullets. Every cover game has this, and it is always terrible. This game's no different. Presentation wise, the game looks great. The graphics are really nice and it has a good art style and character designs too. The level design is really good, especially for a modern indoor first person shooter. And the cutscenes are especially well done and memorable, even if the plot of the game isn't particularly interesting at this point. The characters, like the evil Nazis, are really interesting, and I kind of just want to see more cutscenes with them in it, because they're quite funny in a dark kind of way. I decided to start the game on Uber difficulty, with the idea of turning it down if it was a bit too hard, but so far that it hasn't been too bad. Headshots are extremely effective, as you'd probably expect with a first-person shooter. That comes as standard. But even with body shots, the enemies aren't exactly bullet spongy. They can kill you very quickly though, so you definitely don't want to be caught out in the open. Using the cover system is effectively essential on higher difficulties, and using stealth wherever possible is a good idea too, especially if there's a commander about. They call for reinforcements as soon as the bullets start flying, and they keep calling them and calling them and calling them until you finally kill them. So taking them out quietly makes things a lot more manageable. So overall, really enjoying the game so far, and can't wait to see more of it.